How does the portal, does it work differently in April than it does in December? I mean, is it sped up? Is it slowed down? Is it not quite as chaotic?
It's each experience is really unique to itself, and when it was probably chaotic there in December. Just the pure numbers of guys that were in, the evaluation process. Obviously, you have signing day, you got school starting there in January. So I mean, it was an accelerated process that you worked through. It was important for us to get, if there were guys that were going to be coming, through the portal, we wanted to try to have an emphasis of getting them there in spring. Just to be able to be a part of the off-season workouts, being able to, kind of get a true sense and build those relationships with the guys that are here. But, just like last year, we had a couple players that joined in the summer, and, it was, we had great success with that as well. So, we look at the needs. If there's anything that we think we can help our program with, whether it's guys that will be able to come in and contribute and bring the dynamic to our team that we feel like will make us better, and so it's just been kind of working through that process. But it definitely is. It doesn't seem as chaotic because we're really very selective right now.
But with that said, so after spring practice, I don't know the numbers, and we're not going to talk about individual players, but 7 or 8 guys have left the program since spring practice. That's kind of the price of doing business in college football in 2023. Like, the roster won't be the same for the Cheez-It Bowl as it will be for spring practice, and then it won't be the same on August 1st that it is on May 1st, right?
I mean, it is part of the opportunity for guys to really evaluate where they are, for us to evaluate where they are, to have, real conversations.
Is that part of the exit interviews that you do with the players too?
It is.
Yeah.
And I mean, and players know too. I mean, they go through spring ball, they get to see, where they are. Every player has a desire, and they want to put themselves in the best position to achieve that, and we're very transparent and honest with our guys of where we see them at that time, and then for guys that are a part of our program, I don't care if they start in the summer, if they've been here for 6 years, whatever that story is. It's about making the most of the opportunity you have to compete, and we try to lay out the best plan of improvement to go be their best. And some guys, it is a good option for them to go and explore other places, and maybe situations that might help them get on the field quicker, or just different situations that could arise. So it is a different age in college athletics, that with transfers going in, transfers going out. I mean, it's something that it's kind of a new way of operating, but it's still about trying to help these guys achieve all that they can, and put themselves in the best position. Because whether we have players that leave the program, they're still our guys. They're still guys that I care about deeply, and seeing them be successful, and they invested a lot of work into our program, and so it's I'm definitely rooting for them as they take that next step.
Is it kind of like, I don't know if it's the draft or when you're getting your recruiting schedules lined up for the high school kids, like we have needs here, and here, and then after spring practice, let's just say, for example, you lose a couple kids at one position. Does all of a sudden that need go to the front of the list? Did it go to the front of the list? Did it change the last week and a half for you guys, as far as we do need some depth at a couple certain positions that maybe we didn't think we needed depth with 2 weeks ago?
Those are all possibilities, and there's guys like I was really pleased in the spring you have some early freshmen that enrolled. I mean, you look at KJ Kirkland, Quindarius Jones. I mean, those guys in the defensive backfield were guys that we were really excited that they signed. We're really excited about them coming in, but they've shown some traits that I think are going to be able to help our football team. Barring they continue to improve and grow, and so it's twofold. Yes, there might be some people that leave the program that could open a need, but there's also guys that entered the program that we feel bring quality depth. But we're still going to always evaluate to see if there is the right person or the right situation that we could bring and add a playmaker to our offense, defense, special teams, wherever that role might be. But as long as they fit what we're looking to continue to build upon. So it is always evaluated, but yes, it could add in some situations from at times. But we're pretty confident in where we are and what happened within our roster.
Was it a relief though at like, I don't know, 12:01 on May 1st that it's over? Like how does it work as a coach now where there is this deadline of like, okay, nobody can go in the portal anymore. It's done. Is there a relief of something like that next day, or
I mean,
you have a pretty good sense of
I think
you're not going to be surprised by anyone?
Yeah, I mean, but there was nothing that really happened, that late in the process that was a surprise anyway. I mean, you have conversations, and there's, I've got a pretty good pulse of where things are, and there's some, like I said, there were some real conversations, and just understanding, exactly how we evaluated guys coming out of spring, what that was going to look like in the fall, and sometimes choices are made by players or by families or all the things that surround student athletes nowadays, that guys might look for a different place, and so there weren't a whole lot of shocking things that happened, but we wish guys all the best, whether some guys graduated and are going to finish their eligibility other places, or there's some guys that they chose there might be a better situation out there, and helping them in any way we can.